Earlier this year, Ruben and Olivier were diagnosed with a very rare genetic kidney disorder, Dent's disease. Today, at the ESPN conference, I'm joined by their father, David van Bennekom. Very warm welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for being here.
Great to have you. Maybe let's start with the disease Dent's disorder,
Yeah.
Dent's disease. What is it exactly?
Well, Dent's disease is a very rare hereditary disorder.
Hmm.
It affects the kidneys,
Yeah.
and it often progressively leads to complete renal failure.
Okay.
And patients, they receive it from the female side of the family.
Hmm.
It's so-called X-linked recessive inheritance.
Hmm.
And because females, they have two X chromosomes, they're only the carriers
Yeah.
of Dent disease, while males, they express Dent disease in a variety of symptoms, such as rickets, so
Hmm.
bended knees,
Yeah.
nephrocalcinosis, and renal failure.
Yeah. Yeah.
And often the kidneys, they do not adopt phosphate properly,
Hmm.
and also low molecular weight protein. And therefore, for example, my youngest boy, he's much smaller than his classmates.
Yeah.
And um, the, the symptoms of patients, they vary quite big.
Yeah.
Symptoms differ much among different patients, and that
Mhm.
makes it really hard to predict the future. And
Yeah.
also, the age of end-stage renal failure is very
Mhm.
hard to predict. And
So quite a
um,
few uncertainties in the equation, so to speak.
yeah,
So Ruben and Olivier, how does their daily life look like? I believe we also have some pictures from your
yeah,
beautiful
haha,
boys.
haha,
Can you tell us a little bit more? Are they affected?
yeah. Well, thus far, both are doing very well. They're 6 and 8 years old.
Hmm.
They're doing good in school. They have a lot of friends,
Yeah.
and as you can see in the pictures, they're quite beautiful,
Yeah.
pretty
Handsome
pretty
children.
boys. And so yeah, this far we have a normal life.
Yeah.
Although I already told my youngest, he's much smaller, significantly smaller, and
Yeah.
has ricket knees,
Yeah.
and that impacts his football play, his soccer play.
Yeah.
He plays soccer in the weekends, but yeah. His ricket knees, you see him walking a bit strange, but it doesn't
Yeah.
seem to bother him.
Yeah.
He believes himself he's going to be the next Lionel Messi.
That's the spirit. Very
Indeed.
good.
And yeah, how it affects daily life. Both my boys, they have to take medicines 3 times a day,
Hmm.
and that's experimental medicine. That is,
Yeah.
since the medicine is not specifically designed for Dent disease,
Yeah.
and the medicine is. It's not hard. But it's a routine, and
Hmm.
they're young, so they adopt it
Yeah.
quite easily.
Yeah.
But it's mainly to slow down the process of nephrocalcinosis.
Hmm.
But the medicines, it's no cure for the kidneys,
No.
nor it will prevent them from end-stage renal failure.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, actually, the biggest impact in daily life is the uncertainty.
Yeah.
The uncertainty of how long this normal life, this beautiful life we have as a
Yeah.
family, how long will that last?
Yeah, because there comes a moment that you have to go through the whole process of dialysis
Correct.
and eventually transplantation as well.
Yeah. That's the most likely future.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
yeah, recently Oliver's kidneys,
Mhm.
they dropped 10% in
Yeah.
functioning,
Yeah.
and that happened in a period of 3 months.
Mhm.
So that was a big shock actually.
Yeah,
His kidneys now function for 70%,
yeah.
and with kidneys functioning for 70%, you have a normal life. So
Yeah.
he
You can
doesn't
still
seem
deal with the things. Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, of course, yeah, there comes a moment that it drops below a certain point,
Yeah.
and then yeah, you have to think of dialysis, etc. And well, in this uncertainty, and to be honest, in daily life, I'm quite a control freak, so it's really difficult
Yeah.
to handle the uncertainty and the powerlessness.
Yeah.
And in this situation, yeah, my wife and I, we were very excited. There was a Dent Disease Foundation.
Yeah.
It's www.dent, dentdisease.org.
Yeah.
So dentdisease.org. And there we find similar people around the globe with the same uncertainties.
Yeah.
And,
So just to go back to Ruben and Olivier, so for them, their daily life so far so good, I would say. They go to their football match in the weekend, and you can help them with that. But you also say it's like, it sounds a bit like a ticking time bomb, so to speak, because
Correct.
there comes a day that you have to go through all that hospitalization procedures.
Yeah.
But for you as parents, you were saying that with mentioning the website, you're also referring that there's other parents obviously around the world.
Correct.
Do you feel related to them?
Yeah, very much. And it's really nice to share your information and your experiences with people in the UK, people in the US, Australia. We share pictures with each other of rickety knees, and we discuss how our doctors are hoping to treat it.
Yeah.
And
is treatment worldwide more or less the same, or do you hear complete different stories in Australia, for instance?
Yeah, it's complete different. For example, I've heard that in Holland it's really hard to get growth hormones. While we hear in children in Australia and other countries, they get injections to grow, and that's really difficult in the Netherlands. So there are differences. We found out that the social media, especially Facebook, is truly an extra value. It connects us with people that have to live with the same uncertainty. And among others, we met Eva. I told you already about her.
She's a Spanish lady from Barcelona, I believe she is.
We met her via Facebook, and she has a son with Dent disease. By the way, Dent disease can be broken down in two subtypes. You have Dent disease type 1 and Dent disease subtype 2. Both my sons, they have Dent disease type 1. And also the son of Eva has Dent disease type 1. And she truly made a truly beautiful documentary. This documentary was shown a few years ago at the Barcelona Film Festival. It's in Spanish, of course, but there's a trailer about 3 minutes with English subtitles, and I really want to show you.
Let's have a look.
Trailer.
Let's have a look at the video from Eva from Barcelona.
Soy Eva Jiménez, todo el mundo me conoce como la madre de Nacho. Si yo me levanto cada día y pienso, mi hijo tiene la enfermedad de Dent, tiene una enfermedad grave, pues posiblemente no tenga la fuerza que estoy teniendo para salir cada día adelante. Entonces creo que a veces hasta me olvido, ¿no? Y que el hecho de hablar de la enfermedad de Dent es como un rol que tengo y pam, enfermedad de Dent, una mutación en el cromosoma X que afecta al riñón, por la orina pierde calcio, potasio, magnesio, todo tipo de iones, se los compensamos vía oral y hablo de esto pues como si fuera mi trabajo, ¿no? ¿Tú me quieres? Sí. Con David, evidentemente, vamos a un ritmo sobrecargados. Él lo pasa igual que yo de mal, porque es mi marido y es el padre de Nacho.
I 4, molt bé, campió.
Tiene mucha vitalidad, tiene mucha fuerza, pues es un niño que ha estado a punto de morir varias veces.
Yo he visto a mi hijo reanimarlo con máquina.
Y el tío ha tirado para adelante.
A nosotros no nos ayuda nadie. Somos extremadamente minoritarios. Y a nadie le interesamos, porque los laboratorios no van a hacer una inversión para 30 pacientes en España y 200 en el mundo.
Nadie va a ir ahí de suicida a estudiar una enfermedad que no tiene mercado.
Yo me voy a preocupar de que esta enfermedad tenga un diagnóstico completo. Dime, Asdent se funda porque yo quiero ayudar a mi hijo. A partir de ahí, estamos ingresados en el hospital y conocemos a Santi Millán. Y entonces, pues bueno, Santi sí que es cierto que me dijo, Eva, hay que hacer acciones, porque claro, ¿cómo vas a recaudar fondos si no hacemos acciones? Entonces llega cuando Santi me dice, hostia, ¿y por qué no haces la Dent de ser?
A ver, aquí la que se lía es ella, ¿eh? Yo creo
¿Tú qué
que...
entiendes por potente?
A ver, ¿qué entiendo yo por potente? Sí, la titan.
Escuchadme una cosa, me voy a ir ahora, ¿vale?
¿A dónde?
Me voy de viaje, me voy al desierto a hacer una carrera de bicicleta, sí. Tengo la sensación de que con mis hijas no lo hago del todo bien. Porque tengo 3 hijos y estoy volcada en uno, ¿no? Me preocupa que mis hijas algún día me puedan decir algo. Que ahora mismo no, ¿eh?
Pero te vas ahora allí a la Titan de ese.
Sí.
son 6 días en bicicleta de montaña por el desierto, haciendo 100 y pico kilómetros cada día, no lo hace cualquiera.
¿Cuánto queda?
52.
¿52 todavía?
Yo no comparto las locuras de Eva. Eva está muy zumbada. Pero yo me la quiero un montón, ¿vale?
Estás muy quemada.
Estamos hablando de una de las carreras más duras del mundo de BTT. Y esto no lo digo yo, lo dicen los profesionales, ¿no?
¿Qué es esto, tío?
Es una titán de cerámica.
Es que lo que hago por mi hijo no solamente exclusivamente para él. Estamos hablando de investigación. Investigación de una enfermedad minoritaria, que hay muchísima gente afectada con enfermedades minoritarias parecidas a la nuestra, que se van a poder beneficiar de lo que avancemos nosotros. A pesar de todo, tengo clarísimo que encontraré algo para la enfermedad de Dent. Ese es el verdadero reto de Eva, ¿no?
Yeah, a beautiful video about Eva and her husband dealing also with their son having Dent disease. I can imagine that you wanted to show this because it shows really the impact also in daily life. Huh? And
Correct.
also for you, it has been a roller coaster, obviously, last year.
Yeah, certainly.
Now, one of the points you find very important to address is that you want to increase also the awareness within the pharmaceutical industry. Why
Yeah.
is that? Are
Yeah.
they not aware yet about this disease, or?
Well, scientists, they still have a lot of unanswered questions about the progression of the disease and renal failure. And there's really a lot of fundamental knowledge to gain in this field. And the medicines now, my son and others take, they're for the most part experimental medicine. The medicines are not really designed for Dent disease.
No.
They're developed for other illnesses, and doctors, they hope that they can slow down the process of renal failure. But yeah, it would be great if research could be made to design medicines specifically to target Dent disease.
Understand, yeah. Now it sounds like you're a great advocate in maybe changing a little bit in that, but now that you have the audience watching, what would you say if you could share one thought that you'd like to give to the viewers now?
The patients of with Dent disease and their families, they're really alive with raising awareness, with gaining money for research and a cure. And yeah, we hope that the pharmaceutical industry will join us and follow us.
Yeah.
And actually, yeah, all our hope is in the progression of scientific pharmaceutical knowledge. That's our hope. So yeah, our hope is in the people working in this pharmaceutical industry.
Yeah, yeah.
Our hope is in their hands.
Yeah,
That's actually what I want to address here.
Yeah, very good. Well, hopefully this interview helps with that. I think you can be very proud on your both sons, Ruben and Olivier, and the other way around. They can be very proud of you being such a strong advocate for Dent disease. So thank you so much for sharing your story so openly with us. All the best from here, and all the viewers at home, thank you so much for watching.